Getting Away with Murder is the story of a prominent New York City psychiatrist, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author. He has assembled a group of 7 individuals that he sees individually and then in group therapy. Unbeknownst to these individuals, he is writing a book about them, centering on the 7 deadly sins. They all come for their group session and find the doctor murdered. These citizens are all of some prominence within Manhattan, so they decide to eschew the risk of publicity, and they are going to discover who the murderer is by themselves.
Who died to make this guy the leader?
Answer!
I play Dossie Lustig, and she is kind of this floozy, if you will, and she's pretty much after every man she sees.
You really must come see my collection. The Metropolitan has so little Majolica fish. I only mention it because you are on the board of trustees. You must be aware.
Vasily is a Russian shopkeeper who has an eating problem. He also has a sex addiction. He's had 2 heart attacks. He's claustrophobic, and he owns a pretty large collection of art that he's trying to turn into money and hasn't really managed to do it.
The true matter is that this building is about to be torched. Burned to the ground. My character, Greg, is a real estate developer who is slowly renovating and tearing down all of the historical buildings in the city and putting up big fancy buildings in their place. Why do you think I started this renovation in the first place? I mean, you know how interested I am in preserving landmarks. The thing that I think is most interesting about this show is that at the end of Act 1, the audience knows who's actually committed the murder, and they get to decide whether they're going to get away with it or not.
What we're doing is having the audience vote on whether or not the killer should get away with murder, because Sondheim did write 2 endings to this show.
What I love most about this play, I think, is the interaction of the characters and how they kind of, together in their own bumbling, fumbling way, try to figure out who the murderer is, and I think it can be very comical. I love working with these actors because they find great ways of how the character can slowly kind of come to that conclusion, each in their own different ways.
Every character has a very different motive, and things change rapidly here, and things become important that were not important before, and it leaves you guessing almost to the very end.